Tucked into a bend of the River Swale, just southeast of Richmond in North Yorkshire, the ruins of Easby Abbey have stood in various states of collapse and quiet for nearly 9 centuries. Founded in 1155 by Roald, Constable of Richmond Castle, it was home to the Premonstratensian canons, a strict Augustinian order known for their white habits and their independence from the usual church hierarchy. That independence meant they rarely appeared in diocesan records, and much of the abbey's inner life has been lost to time. The site is a remarkable example of monastic pragmatism, the kind of place where geography won every argument with convention. Squeezed between the rising slope to the east and the river to the west, the builders had to abandon the standard cloister layout almost from the start. Normally, the monks' dormitory would sit in the East Range, close to the church choir and the latrines. At Easby, all of that had to shift to the West Range, where the river could be put to work. A channel was cut from the swale to the north of the buildings, running south to drive the Abbey Mill and flush the latrine block. A canalized drain that still survives underground, a flagged tunnel 1.5 meters high, curving back eventually to rejoin the river. Even the shape of the cloister itself was dictated by circumstance. The West Range was built at an acute angle to the church, hugging the steep riverbank, and the South and East Ranges simply followed, producing an irregular, almost skewed quadrangle. It is one of those small details that makes this place feel genuinely human. Monks and masons solving problems the best they could with the land they had. The church itself was begun in the late 12th century, and the choir, nave, and parts of the transepts survived from that period. The infirmary was placed to the north of the cloister and could only be reached by passing through the church itself, a unique arrangement forced partly by the presence of the existing parish church of St. Agatha to the southeast, which was already there and wasn't going anywhere. Around 1300, lodgings for the abbot were added near the infirmary, including what has been identified as a misericorde, a room where the monks were permitted to eat meat, a small mercy carved out from the rigors of the rule. The gatehouse, to the southeast of the cloister, is the most complete surviving structure. Rib-vaulted and entire, it was rebuilt in the first half of the 14th century and still stands as though it half expects someone to come through it. Life here was not always contemplative. The abbey suffered badly from Scottish raids, and in 1346, the English army itself was billeted on the site, causing serious damage. Patronage eventually passed to Sir Henry Scrope, and his son, the man who built Bolton Castle, extended the abbey's endowments in 1393 to support 10 additional canons. It was a late flourishing. Less than a century and a half later, in 1536, the abbey was dissolved under Henry VIII, and the site passed into private hands. The ruins have been partly in state care since 1930. What remains is enough. The skeletal arches, the worn stonework, the sound of the swale close by, all give a strong sense of a place that was always shaped by its landscape and never quite managed to forget it.